a public affairs program sponsored by the school district. Our goal here at Speaking of Lake Ridge New Tech Schools is to discuss issues in education that affect our schools, students, and community. In addition, we will do our best to provide you with answers to some of the pertinent questions of the day. Through our dialogue, we hope to introduce you to our faculty and staff and to other professionals involved in shaping your child's future. Our mission statement is transforming education, inspiring lives, empowering all. I'm your host, Eric Johnson, and today our guests are Linda Hobock, coordinator of the English Learner Multi-Language Learner Program, and students from Calumet New Tech High School. Welcome to Speaking of Lake Ridge Schools. And before we start, I want to have the students all introduce themselves. Let's let the ladies go first.
Hello, I'm Shai Scott.
And I'm Sarah Lee Chavarria.
I'm going to ask you both to speak up just a little louder.
Okay.
Rafi, I know you can do it. So let's, and go ahead.
My name is Rafael Monzo Jr.
And Rafael, you are a senior, and you two ladies are both sophomores?
Yes.
Yes.
So you are the class of, what is that, 2000?
What, 2027?
2027.
Yeah.
And Linda, you are the class of?
Oh, I'm not answering that. But yes, hello. Good to be here today.
Well, welcome. It's great to see you all. And I tell you, boy, the school year really does fly by because it seems like not long ago, we were talking about the first event that you had this school year.
Yes.
That was quite a success.
Thank you.
But I'm going to read what you have here. It says, please join us for our English language learner free family dance event tonight. And that's coming up on Thursday, April 17th at Calumet New Tech High School from 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Enter through door D. So a dance, that's always a nice thing to have.
Okay.
Whose idea was that?
I feel like it was pretty much brought up by Miss Hobock. She brought it to us for
She brought it up to us like in November, and we were
Yeah.
like, yes, I feel like students and parents would enjoy that very much.
Yeah. You know, when you have your events, and they are for English learners, and I'll let you explain later on how we're transitioning to multi-language learners. It's federal regulations. But anyway, when you have your events, and mostly because the majority of English language learners here at Calumet speak Spanish, so a lot of your events have a Spanish, should I say, flavor to them, or they have something to do with the Spanish culture.
Normally.
Will this dance be with Spanish music?
I mean, we're trying to be more exclusive. So
Because your parties bring out
Yeah.
everybody.
So
You mean inclusive?
Inclusive.
inclusive.
Inclusive. Thank you,
I'm
Rafi.
sorry.
No, that's okay. That's
Apologies.
okay. No, that is okay.
I mean, we're trying to branch out more, so everybody's welcomed. Everybody's invited. Family, kids, friends, all students. So it's not just for Spanish speakers.
And you are taking requests, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Our
So,
music
yeah.
will be very diverse when it comes to its content.
You
Yeah.
had very good DJs in the past.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are you doing this year, Rafi? As far as for music, what are we doing?
For music, we will not be having a DJ because we're gonna stick to our budget on that. So we're gonna do I think we're just gonna do a playlist so that we can stick to. I feel like playlists are just more personalized, and
Yeah.
we can be with everyone's taste instead of like relying on someone else.
Oh, okay, that's good.
And that way we can take requests for the diverse music from
Yeah.
whoever would like to request it.
And to see what the students and parents would like to hear and dance to that
Yes.
night.
Exactly, because everybody is included, and we want everybody to feel included and together. It is spring, and so the students have come up with an actual name or theme for the dance. This year we're doing something different, and this event, it is the very first time that I am taking a step back, and the students are actually planning and running this event.
Oh, what brought I mean, I know you have always said
We-
that was one of your goals.
Yes, we've been trying to do this for a couple of years, and this is actually the first year where we're actually beginning to start the process. So I know it's late in the year, but we're trying it, and we're hoping that this opens the door for next year, and the families will be able to have a large say in what events that they would like to have. The dance idea came from many years ago, where the families were asking for a dance, and we were never able to host that. And so it's a carryover from years before. And I told you I do like to ask my students and families what they would like. So I always ask them, and I did ask them way back in November if they would like that. And finally now, it's April, but we're getting to have that. So I'm hoping that attendance is great, and the main goal is just for families to celebrate and have a good time. What is the theme for your dance?
The theme is we are doing a really strong spring theme. So since the same week Student Senate on Saturday is going to do an event that's Easter theme, we didn't want to go with any like Easter vibes.
Right.
So we're doing like a stronger like flower theme because it's the spring and that's the season of like new beginnings or whatever.
Renewing.
That's always nice.
Okay.
Are there things in the Latino culture that where people celebrate spring?
I wouldn't say necessarily celebrate like spring, but like Hispanic culture is very
I know it's diverse.
It's very
It is.
diverse in like its culture, but flowers are a really big representation in like a lot of our cultures and like all of our countries, especially Mexico, for my experience.
Yeah, and so your family's from Mexico.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm Puerto Rican. My family's from Puerto Rico.
And I'm Mexican too.
Oh, okay, good, great. And you know, Linda, you've been doing this for a while.
Yes, yes.
And so have you all been attending since you're 2 years in the high school. So did you attend when you were maybe at in middle school? And what about you,
Yeah.
Rafi? How long have you been coming to these events?
For me, I've been in these events since I was literally in elementary school. Miss Hobock was actually my, she was my, what was the word for it? You were like,
Oh, I was actually the assistant at the time in Longfellow. I was at Longfellow. I wasn't in this position. So I was his assistant, well, the aide. I was the aide to the classroom, EL-wise. And I assisted. Rafi was a kindergarten, right?
yeah.
Kindergarten.
And
I
look at
just
him now,
aged
he's all
myself.
grown up.
But anyway, kindergarten, and now he'll be graduating this year. So, actually, yes, it's been some time.
So yeah, she's known me since I didn't know English.
Yes, that is so
you had
true.
to learn English?
I learned
He
English
did.
when I was like 7.
Yes,
or 8.
I remember the day he started,
You
and
learned very well. 'Cause
I do. Yes, I remember him coming in, and he's a junior, so they obviously call him. His family calls him Junior. I have a brother that we call Junior, and so it clicked with me when I heard his mom, calling him Junior, and obviously a lot of people have juniors in their family, but that was just like right here because that's my
And
older
I'll tell you,
brother.
I had an uncle and they called him. I actually thought Junior was a name.
Right, and
And they used to say no.
no,
his name
that
is
is
Charles Jr.
Charles Jr. or whatever Jr. Right, right,
So
and-
we just called him Uncle Junior.
right, and it sticks. It's like a junior, right? That's a name. And it's not until you're older that you're like, that actually stands for, right? But you think it's a name when you're a child. And my grandson is actually called Junior now. So, yes, but I remember meeting him, and you would never know to speak to him now that he did not know English, right? But,
Sarah Lee, how about you and Shy? Did you all have to learn English?
Yes, Spanish was my first language as well, and I learned English when I was in elementary.
Really?
Yeah, I am an English speaker. I'm learning Spanish.
Oh,
But
okay.
I've just grew up around them so much, so I feel like, how couldn't I be included? You know?
I like the way she said that. Yes.
Of course. And so, having grown up coming through this process through Calumet schools, I mean, Rafi, you started at Longfellow and all the way up now. Have you come to expect these kind of events to take place? every year?
Yeah, we've been having events like this forever. Most of them have just been like from the EL staff though. So since I started high school, we've been trying to get them like, student led, and we have with the student senate. We've been working on doing stuff. I've been in student senate since my sophomore year when we started it, and we've been trying to do events like this, but we very much were packed with our other events, so we never got to do them. Yeah. And now we've been doing more student led stuff that has to do with Hispanic culture. Like this year, we did do a Day of the Dead like little movie night. It just wasn't since it wasn't really.
I'll tell you now that I think that the one you had last year, I think that was so far that was the best because you had that great hot chocolate.
Oh yes,
that was our EL event. Yeah.
Yes, Abuelita's chocolate.
Oh, that was the best.
And the Day of the Dead was a really strong.
Yes, that's one of our big things we do.
The Cry of Doris. Am I correct? That's the historical aspect.
Oh well, I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's the cry,
Yes.
it's the cry, that's where it all came from. When they were fighting for their liberation from Spain.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
But anyway,
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
going to read what it is we're talking about. In case you're just tuning in, my name's Eric Johnson. You're listening to our public affairs program called Speaking of Lake Ridge New Tech Schools. And that's what we're doing coming up on April 17th. That's a Thursday, folks, at Calumet New Tech High School. We're going to have our English language learner free family dance night. So bring out your dancing shoes and come and get ready to go. And I see it says semi-formal dress wear. Is this a dress rehearsal for the prom? And no idea?
No, actually, that was the ladies' idea.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you want to be kind of fancy?
Yeah, I mean, we're like the theme is so like spring, a little bit extravagant.
Yeah.
So we wanted like the attire to match.
Well, that sounds like I'm gonna repeat that. Semi-formal.
Yeah.
Semi-formal dress wear. So come dressed to impress.
Yeah, I mean, like, who doesn't like an event to like dress up and have fun?
Just look cute.
Yeah.
Right, just look cute. I like the way she said that. Because we're not trying to exclude anybody, so you don't have to be like, you're having dinner with the president or anything like that.
Right.
But we do want you, because they're going to have an area for pictures and
Yes.
things like that. So everybody is welcome. I don't want them to
So
think that.
is this gonna turn into a semi-date night?
I'm not sure.
I guess if you wanted it to.
I mean, I guess for maybe the older students, I imagine they are in high school. But it will all be kept school appropriate. So everybody, know that for sure. It's all school appropriate music
parents
and.
will be there too.
Yes, parents are there. Staff is there. Yes, there will be numerous adults there. Everything will be fine, and it's all going to be good fun, and just celebration.
At your last event, Linda, you had it was, I guess in November, because you gave out turkeys.
Yes, we did. We did. I think you won one. Did you win one?
Yes, I did.
Right, and you had turkeys, you had other things.
Yes, yes.
Are you gonna have something similar this
We do have a giveaway. We are going to make sure and give away seeds for planting to grow flowers. And we thought of like basically just bloom where you are planted, things like that. So we're going to make sure that every family leaves with some type of floral plant.
Yeah, and
That they can grow.
That's sticking to the theme.
That's sticking to the
and
theme.
we want like the kids to have like a connection and look back and be like, I remember planting this flower with my parents. So like
Something
a bigger
like that.
connection, a new beginnings, and all that.
Yes, and then when they come back, we can ask them what was their story with the plant, whatever that they had. How did it grow? Why did it not grow? Just tell us a little bit about what happened with your seeds, and we can talk about it.
And it's also there to try to represent that we're trying to get people engaged in our community from the younger age now.
Yes.
I've been in this community for like ever. I've been to like all of these events.
Yes, you
And
have.
we do want to encourage the younger students to further participate
Yes.
and do their own events when they're in high school or even middle school, because we want to encourage organizing, especially with the Hispanic community.
Yes.
That's a very big thing that we do want to get out there.
Yes.
Since we're a growing population, like Lake Ridge, like we're like what 23% of the district now. When I was here, there was 5 Hispanic kids in my school.
Jeez, Rob, you make it seem like you were.
In kindergarten, there was like none of us.
Yeah, and even in middle school, still we didn't have a lot of people. Now it's growing and
It's good, yeah.
Yes.
Bigger than you think.
Well, that's fantastic, and I like the theme because I was gonna ask you, Raphael, did it go by fast? Because I mean,
I know.
this is it. Another couple of months, you're gonna have on the cap and gown and be walking
I
across
know.
the stage.
Don't make me cry.
Not really. It didn't really go by fast. It's been like forever. Like I'm turning 18 like
In
a
May.
month.
Yeah, in a month.
May 18.
You're like, you remember my birthday? I
Uh-huh.
do. I do.
No, it didn't really go by fast. I've been here for like ever. I love Calumet though, and Lake Ridge Middle School and Longfellow, because I was the only elementary school that survived. The other ones are gone.
That's
So I won.
He said he won. He won.
It's crazy.
Well, I worked at Longfellow many, many years. So, and that's where my son went to school too. So.
But it didn't feel short. Like
No.
it was a long growing process for me. I think what made it last so long was also having to learn English.
Oh, I'm sure.
What
I'm sure.
was that like? Sarah Lee, what was it like for you having to come here and then learn English? I mean, what was the process?
I mean, it was like confusing because there's some words that like kind of sound like English words and Spanish words, but I mean, it was difficult. But now I'm like fluent in English, so it wasn't that hard.
What about for you, Raphael?
For me, it wasn't really hard. I've actually had a really easy time learning. I don't know why. I think that was just a natural thing. I've always like had an affinity to English. I remember I'm pretty sure I tested because I'm currently not a member of the EO program anymore.
No.
I
you're not.
tested out in like 3rd grade. I think it was like I tested out
Yeah.
really
He-
early.
Oh, is that you can test out of?
You can test out early. Generally, it takes 5 to 7 years, but we do have our students that will test out earlier than that. It just depends on how quickly they learn the language. So he did test out early. He did.
What
But
about you, Sarah Lee?
he's just social too. So
Are you still in the program? Or you
Yes.
she is, yeah. But she's almost out of it.
Yeah.
She's almost out of it.
I think that's a great.
And there's no rush on it. They could take longer than that if they need to. It all basically also depends on their comprehension of the academic language as well, and just depends on the content that they're learning. So.
And Shai, you're doing things in reverse. You're trying to learn.
Yes, I'm trying
Spanish.
to learn Spanish. I need to catch up. It's hard for me.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like I'm okay with speaking the language. It's just having to remember what words mean, and they all have very different meanings in English. So it's really hard. Like
So you can sympathize with students then who are trying to learn.
learning, yeah.
Actually, though, looking at them working on this event, they're not lacking anything. They are on top of it. They know how to plan something. They know what they want. They know where to look. And I'm actually very proud of all of them. I cannot believe he's graduating this year at all. I cannot.
I first met Raphael when he was in like 6th grade over at the middle school.
Oh, yeah.
That time has gone by fast.
It has to me too. I know it hasn't for him, but it has to me. It's going to be different to think of school. I know he has siblings, they're still in the school system, but to think of the school and, oh, wait a minute, he graduated already. He's not in the school system. Wait a minute, why? What? But we can still get a hold of him because, we have his siblings, so that's okay. we'll still be able to get a hold of you, Rafi.
Yeah,
So,
definitely will be doing that.
1st and 5th, wow.
Yeah, they still have a long time to go.
They gotta live up to your name.
In case you're just tuning in, we are talking with the coordinator of the English Language Multi-Language Learner Program, and that is Linda Hobock. And we also have students here, and as you can tell, there are some sharp students that we have here at Calumet. And these are Calumet New Tech High School students, and they are Sarah Lee Echevarria,
Echeverria.
Echevarria, and Shy Scott. Sarah Lee and Shy are sophomores, and Rafael Manzo Jr. is a senior. And so they are talking about what's coming up on April 17th. Put this on your calendars, folks. It's going to be a nice evening. You should come to check it out on Thursday, April 17th at Calumet New Tech High School. The doors will open 5 p.m. to 7:30. Enter through door D. Bring your dance shoes because it is family dance night.
Yes.
And it is a semi-formal dress wear. I guess, spring is a good time to do a semi-formal
I think so.
event. And so this is open to all of the students in the Calumet New Tech family. And they say bring the whole family for a night of fun. Dance with your heart, and it's going to be a dance party. And I think this is a unique idea. I like it.
Yeah.
You're going to take requests.
Yes.
Yes.
So it won't be like just one
Right.
type of
Right.
music.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
We want all types of music, like all types of
And
English,
like
Spanish.
even like Spanish speakers love English music.
Oh yes, absolutely,
So it
absolutely.
wouldn't make sense to just use
To just
Spanish.
have it
Yeah.
in just the one language, right?
I think you'll get a great variety of music too.
I'm
you'll
hoping
get a little
so.
bit of everything.
And that's what we're hoping for, and I'm hoping to see a wide variety of parents, students, and staff out there having a good time is
Yeah.
what we're really hoping for. Because I truly think that our students learn more and engage more with our staff when they can see a side that our staff are also real people, not just, a teacher or admin in front of them. I've always, when I'm working with my students, have shown them that I am a real person as well, because I am. And I believe when you're working with students, they respond to that better, to know that you are a real person, not just, a robot or however, you need to let students know that you are a real person. And that's my opinion. I feel that they work better and respond better to that. And so to see you in an event like that where you can have fun with them, it really goes a long way to make a relationship with your students, which then in turn helps them academically in the classroom. So that is how I feel that we can help them a whole other way, which why I feel showing up for events is also very important, and another way that we can help them. So.
Oh yeah, I agree with that absolutely. And one of the other things that I have learned just from going to your events, I've learned so much about the Spanish culture, and I've got to meet families through the event that come out every time you have something. So it's a big family event, and people come and they enjoy themselves.
They do.
The last one you had, I thought was really nice.
The scavenger hunt.
You had that scavenger hunt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and it did go well. I was nervous about it because we'd never had one, but it did go very, very well, and I was so glad to see that everybody had such a good time. Even students that had never ever heard of one before had a very good time at the scavenger hunt. So, but going into next year now, that's going to be a decision that I guess I will be making with the students and the parents, hopefully, because they'll be more active and want to participate in our events, because that's what I'm hoping for, that this opens the door for next year. I'll have more parent participation with the events and student
Because
participation.
You have a lot. Your events have, as far as bringing out families. I think
Usually-
your events are at the top of the list.
Usually they are, and I love that. This one, I apologize, we don't have a lot of turnaround time, but, so I hope it is well attended, but whatever the numbers are, they are. I just hope that everybody that attends has a really good time. That's all that we are trying to do, is have a school family and our family celebrate together and
But
just
I
take a
think- I
moment
think
to
people
have a
look
good
forward
time.
to your events, and they've probably just been waiting to hear.
It's been a while. It's been a
It's
while
been-
since we had one, so
yeah.
I'm really hoping that we all have a good time and just take a few moments together because things are just to me, the year went by quickly. And we were all in all different kinds of directions. And so we really didn't get a lot of time together. I feel a downtime to where we could just take and celebrate the small victories or large victories if we had them this year.
And that's going to be because that the next day, I mean, that would be Good Friday. right?
Exactly, yeah.
So we won't be in school. This
We
will
won't.
be the last event
Yes,
before
before.
Easter break.
Yes, it will be.
Yes.
It
And
will
so
be.
that's going to have some nice festive.
So I'm hoping that, like I said, we can, everybody have a good time. And I believe with taking requests that if you really want to hear something, and I know that they're going to be asking before the event,
Yeah.
send what you want to hear in. They will get it
they-
in there.
you can send them. You can send
I
them
believe they're
requests.
going to have something up
Yeah.
beforehand so that way they can make their playlist and
Yeah.
be really prepared. That's what I'm saying. I'm proud of them. They know what they're doing. And this is the first one out that they're planning, and they already know. We've been meeting and planning, and so I'm like, take it away, so.
How will people be able to send their requests?
We're probably gonna put on some of our Instagrams like song recommendations, like what song specific. Right now, we currently have one up. Right now, we're asking for genres. So right now, our big popular ones are like cumbias, bachatas, and like norteñas, which are like different types of Hispanic dancing. And then we have some English songs that are recommended. So we will be having some good songs.
See, oh, it's there. We know.
Someone recommended
See?
Wipe It Down, and we're definitely gonna dance to that one.
See. So all we ask is that it's school appropriate, and they will put it. And they will put it out. I mean, we have to do that, right? And they will make sure to include it. So and if for some reason you don't know how to contact them on that platform, then you can go ahead and email them or myself, and I'll make sure to get it
We'll
to
also
them.
probably put one on Facebook too.
And so on
Yes.
Facebook too, then see. So, but if for some reason, like I said, you can't find their platform, just you can email me or
What is your
them.
email address?
lhoback@chsnewtech.com. And then that way we can get in. We are looking for more parent participation. So if you wanted to participate in some of this planning, you can also contact me. And then parents, this is going to be some good food, Mr. Johnson, because parents are cooking
Oh,
authentic food. So, that will be added to the additional light snacks that we have.
Oh, okay,
But they're cooking authentic food, so bring your appetite.
Yes, always.
Yes, so I'm looking forward to that too. So, some of the parents are sending that in as well. So, yes.
So, for the students, how do you all get together? I mean, do you do this before school, after school? When do you get together to plan?
We've been
We-
meeting during, right?
Yeah, we've been meeting with Ms. Hobock the last week for this event, and then other than that, we do have meetings at school with some of our student leaders. And with those meetings, we've been discussing future events. So next year, we have a stacked calendar. We're hoping to get something started up for next year to have like an actual like group or organization ready for that.
Yeah.
Centered, I'm not sure if we're gonna center it around being Hispanic or just around. I think we just want to encourage people to do more because we have a student senate for sure, but we want something that's more student centered because student senate is student centered. We want something that's
More community,
more
or
community and culture based.
Yes.
And with that, we want to get more done
So we're-
strictly by students.
so you're like working towards that?
Yeah, we're working towards
Okay.
that. We're on the right track. We have a calendar ready, so we can have at least 1 or 2 events per month.
Now, Rafi, and I like the way you're saying it because you're saying you feel like you're leaving a legacy behind here.
I think I already left it.
Yeah.
I found it 2 sports.
Yes.
What's the sports, Rafi?
Boys tennis. I brought it back after its like 3-year hiatus, and then I was a big contributor to getting boys volleyball and was the first captain for the team.
Okay.
And now this, right?
Because I know, Rafi, you don't have to tell us, but I know there's some really big time schools that you got to narrow it down to.
Wow.
Bloomington and Howard. Those are my 2 big
Wow.
ones.
Wow.
And you're
Exciting.
going to major in political science still?
Public policy.
Public
Whoa.
Policy and public relations with a minor in economics.
Wow.
Rafi's something else.
He is. So he's the one to watch, right?
He's going to be running for office someday.
Yes.
2032.
He's already got the year. He's got it down.
He's ready.
Yeah, yeah.
So, girls, it's like now it falls on your shoulders.
Oh my
You'll be
God.
doing
Look at her, she's
it.
like, oh my gosh.
And so, you know, you're going to take the leadership of the program?
Yes, we're hoping.
Hoping.
If he would give us the honor.
Oh.
No.
He said no.
You know what? I'm leaving right now.
Yes, we gotta go. We're not valued.
He knows he has to, though, because he'll be busy learning. Right?
Yeah.
So now, tell us a bit about yourselves, though. Like, are you all involved in any sports or anything else?
We're not involved in any sports this year, but we're hoping upcoming next
Next
year
year.
we could be more involved with sports.
Yeah.
But I feel like right now we're focusing all our attention on Student Senate and like being here for Rafi and his events coming up. So that's mainly what we're up to.
That was very
Yes,
nice. You were very supportive.
We want to do volleyball
Okay.
next year, but we try to focus everything on like events for the school and help the community come together and everything. So that's what our goal was this year, and next year we'll join sports and all that.
You all will be, and Raphael, sorry, we missed you by a year. You all will be the group that's going to open up the
Yeah.
new gym and the new
Yes.
auditorium.
Yes.
This
I'm
gonna be
I
excited.
feel like we've all been waiting for that
Come back.
one.
Cut it.
It's gonna be a totally
It's
different.
gonna be different, so hopefully.
He said I'll come back and do it.
So hopefully with the new setting, we could have like better, bigger, just
Crew.
more.
We're gonna have way
Yeah.
more seating too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's gonna
and
get
you'll be
better.
running
Just
your own
stick
events,
around.
too. And they'll be picking their own events too.
Yeah.
So that is. So a very exciting year coming up. Coming up here.
Yes.
And that goes hand in hand with the community, bringing them in to have a say in their events because this is their community.
Yes.
So what does your community need? What would they like to see? With the giveaways, that's always a big thing. What do they need? The turkeys, with the loteria or the bingo, with gift cards, what do they need?
Yeah.
That is a goal we have. We're currently working to see what we can do with our, at least the county as building first. We do want our student-led stuff not to just be community events, but also be
Right.
stuff like working on to like help support the EL program because they're funded, but there could be more. So-
Always,
And
always,
could be more.
absolutely,
At least
absolutely.
in the county event we haven't had the best history. We had a good time while I was here, but this year we haven't had the best history with the EL program. But it's not the EL program's fault; it's other stuff that's been going on with other situations. So we're hoping that we can start our own organization at some point, so we can help students support students to what our best abilities. So we're trying to take advantage of our resource block, which is for people who don't know what that is. And what is it? It's Tuesday through Thursday we have like study hall-ish. That's like first we talk about mental health and stuff, and we just have time to like do our
And then
work.
they give us surveys to fill out
Yeah.
or applications to fill out for
Now, who sponsors
anything.
that?
It's
That's
the
just
whole
the school.
school
That's
thing.
their school.
Cool.
And
Yeah.
from
Sounds
there,
like a good
we
thing.
want to see
I think
if
so.
we can make a resource in specific, because every teacher has their own block like,
Yes.
in that class, and we would hope that our future sponsor, Mr. Rab, could have his own resource block, so we could have some of our students like on their off time. We could have our bilingual students helping our predominantly Spanish-speaking students get stuff done.
Yes.
Because I'm not sure if there's funding there to have more than one aide, and that's a lot of students. Because right now we have like 40-something EL students.
There's
Wow.
a lot in the freshmen and
gain a lot.
juniors.
And we're only allowed one aide at the high
Yes.
school.
And it's hard for like the aide to go around when we had aides. It
Ms.
was-
Early, did you find it easier to learn from students that when you were speaking English and
I
learning how to speak?
feel like when I was little and you were just surrounded by like everybody speaking English, it just like kind of like got into your head and you started catching on to things. But I know since last year, freshman year, I helped 2 students out with their English. I know it's way harder to learn when you're older.
It is harder. It's
Yeah.
easier when you're younger
Yes.
to pick up the language. And when you can group students and they can absolutely learn off of other students.
Yes.
But there are just times when they need that individual one-on-one, you know, with the trained staff.
Oh, absolutely.
You know.
The curriculum has
Yes,
to stay.
they need that, but they can grow volumes being grouped with the right students. Like,
Well-
you know, that's just the way it goes. But you have to have a balance there. There needs to be a balance, and there needs to be a committed and staff member and it just needs to be consistent. So,
Well, we are going to have a culmination of the school year coming up Thursday, April 17th at Calumet New Tech High School from 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Enter through door D for the Family Dance Event Night. And this is sponsored by the English Language Learner Program. So parents come out and friends come out. It's going to be a good time. Semi-formal this year, which I think is going to be really nice. And it's the send-off of Rafi.
yes.
We're gonna
And
have
so-
a bunch of
but-
pictures of Rafi and like sad music playing in the background.
Pictures of Rafi.
There's a message for the district, and my principal put me in the Hall of Fame. Please.
Yeah.
So we got to get out of here for today.
Yes.
Thank you all, because I know you got to get back to
Yes.
class, and it was a really wonderful. You see how time goes by really
It
fast
did go by fast.
Yeah.
when you're on the show. So our guests today have been Raphael Manzo Jr., Shai Scott, Sarah Lee
Echeverria.
Echeverria, and of course Linda Hobock. I'm Eric
Yes.
Johnson. Thank you for tuning in to Speaking of Lake Ridge New Tech Schools, and we look forward to talking with you all again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We hope we see you on Thursday, the 17th.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.